All right, so I'm sure at this point you've already heard of Underdog Fantasy, which is exactly why you're here watching my face on this video right now. It's blowing up. We know that. It's everywhere. You can't go anywhere without hearing about Underdog Fantasy. So I'm sure the next question is it worth playing? Can I win money there? Do they have any good deposit bonus that's going to incentivize me to play there? All of those things in the next several minutes, I intend on answering for you. But more than anything, I want to give you a thorough, honest, objective review of this site, how to play it, all of the different formats they have, and make it super easy to navigate once you do, if you do, decide to sign up on Underdog. You'll know exactly what you're doing when you get over there. So I'm Dave Lochran. In the next several minutes, we're going to go ahead and break it all down from top to bottom. Should you be playing on Underdog? And if you are, how the hell do you do it? Let's get into it. And there's three distinct formats, right, that you're going to see in Underdog. The first one, drafts. There's two of these. One of them, full season long best ball drafts like this, the Best Ball Mania 4. $15 million in prizes. It's their biggest contest ever, as they proudly display right on the front of this contest. I believe, for matter of fact, it's the biggest best ball contest, at least that I've seen, anywhere, not pretty much anywhere. $15 million in prizes. Now, there's, of course, some questions of whether or not the prize pool is too top heavy, and we can get into that. But I will explain to you how it works. It's very simple. Unlike a regular fantasy football league, in best ball, you are drafting your team, and the team you draft across 18 rounds with 30-second clocks is the team you have all season long. All right. So you have this team all season long. You do not trade. You do not add, drop. There are no roster moves. This is the team, whether you're drafting him late in the spring or right before the season starts. This is your team. And as you can see here, if you click on this contest to expand the details, there's 61,000 entrants in this. Of course, $15 million in prize pools, $25 to enter. You're going to have a lot of people. The draft size is 12. So every draft, there are 12 people, you and 11 others who you're drafting against. Okay. And then, of course, all of those throughout the course of the season accrue points. Those 12 that you are drafting against, if you finish in the top of those rounds, you advance, and you advance further, and you advance further through the next round, assuming that you continue to perform better than everybody else. You can see it here, the tournament prize breakdown. First place is 3 million. Second is 1 million. Third is 300,000, so on and so forth. But there's a distinct difference with this contest, as you'd see, than anywhere else. Right here, you have a regular season prize breakdown. So whoever finishes first place in the regular season wins 500,000. Second, 200,000. Third, 150,000, and so on. So you have that. You have the tournament schedule, the qualifiers, weeks 1 through 14. Following that is where you start to get eliminated, quarterfinals, semifinals, and then the championship in week 17. Very cool format. The Best Ball Mania 4, biggest best ball contest out there right now. You can draft up to as many as 150 teams, and it only takes, the great part, it only takes between 35 and 45 minutes to draft a single team, depending on who you're drafting with and who decides to milk the clock. Now, there's also another very cool format. These are daily drafts. So in this instance, you see the slate, Lakers and Denver. I'm recording this during the NBA playoffs. There's only one game today. It's the Western Conference Finals game. But if you drop this down, and on main slates, as you'd see in the regular season, you're not going to have to worry about these single games. You'll have full slates. But today, you can click on that to get both games. Now, this is the daily NBA draft. You would click on this. It's $40,000 in prizes. You're drafting against 3 other people. And then once that draft concludes, all of you go into a field of much larger people for the big payouts, right? In this one, you've got $4,000 up top, $2,000 to second, $1,000 to third. So you would enter the draft, you would draft against 3 other teams. With bigger slates, with more games, you'd be drafting against 5 other teams. 6 rounds, you pick your players, and they all go in against the field after that draft is completed. Very cool. Now, if you said, all right, I want to do 3-person drafts or 2-person drafts, you can do all of that as well for different price points, as you can see here, all the way up to $100 here, 2, 3, 4-person drafts. A lot of different varieties of drafts you can do for NBA, MLB, NHL, PGA. NFL, of course, has the monster ones, as you can see here as well. The Dalmatian and the Bulldog and many others that'll be popping up heading into the NFL season. All right. So now that we've got that out of the way, because the drafts are a massive feature on Underdog, that's exactly what they started with and they continue to grow. The next one is Pick'em. Now, this isn't available in every state. I'm in Pennsylvania, which is a legal betting state. So a lot of these legal betting states, you won't see these Pick'em formats available, and I'll throw it up on the screen for you here. You can see which states are available to play Pick'em. Some of them, you can play everything. Some of them, there's no Pick'em, but you can do drafts. For me in Pennsylvania, specifically, I can do any draft that I want. I can do best ball, NFL. I can do the daily drafts. I can do whatever I want, but I can't do Pick'em. Some states, you can't do college Pick'em, but you can do all professional sports Pick'em. And of course, others, you can't do Pick'em at all, but you can do the best ball drafts. So there's kind of something for everyone here, and some people have everything for everyone. So in the Pick'em, you're very simply just drafting or picking the over or the under on player stats. Now, on player, you could consider them props. On Underdog, it's listed as higher or lower, but it would be the same thing as going anywhere else and seeing the over or the under. For example, we'll click on NBA, look at LeBron James. Tonight, 840 against the Denver Nuggets. You click higher on 9 rebounds, assuming he's going to go over 9 rebounds. And as you can see to the right side, it's the payout multiplier. You're just combining these player props to create a card, we'll call it, to avoid the other term. You're just to create a card and increase your payout multiplier. So as you can see here, we have LeBron James in there. Now let's go to MLB. We'll go to Josh Bell. We're going to say he is going to have over a half a single. So 1+ singles. We'll go with the over. And don't always blindly bet overs. It's the easiest way to lose. But now it's 3x if both of these hit. Okay. We can go to NHL. And as you can see, you can mix sports as well. We'll go to Sergei Bobrovsky. We're going to say he's going to have under 31.5 saves here. Now, if you hit all 3 of these, you're 6xing. So you can keep going on all the way up to 5x to 20x your payout. Anthony Davis, we're going to go over 6 made free throws. And Austin Reeves will say he's going under 15.5 points and can't sustain that shooting. Now we've got 5 plays in there. LeBron, Josh Bell, Bobrovsky, Anthony Davis, and Austin Reeves to 20x. I will say this. It is tempting to always want to 5-play 20x. But optimally, your sweet spot is probably 3 or 4 here. And of course, we have tools to get it done. If you want, free week for our Pick'em Pro tool is in the description. If you don't like it, you can feel free to bounce after that. But if you wanted to check that out, it gives you all of the best props every day, sorted by expected win rate, and makes your life a whole lot easier going in on Underdog, where these props, these lines do move throughout the day. They are not static. So Sergei Bobrovsky could see his saves go from 31.5 to 30.5 if you don't get it in time. But of course, if you lock this lineup in, now you've locked in that better number. So that's how the payout multiplier works for the Pick'em. You can do anywhere from 2 to 5 picks. And of course, if you can find tools for it to make your life easier, you're going to have a much greater time finding success, which is the whole reason we're doing this to begin with. All right, so now that we've gotten through the most important factors, what the drafts are, how they look, how they function, what the features are of them, and of course the Pick'em, let's just talk about a couple of other things here, just so you can navigate easier. Here's the live section, the live tab. These are your daily drafts, your best ball drafts, and your Pick'em drafts. That's simple. If they're live, you'll find them in there. That's where you can track everything that you're working with, from NBA, MLB, NHL, PGA, NFL. And these, of course, are all of the live games or upcoming games that are on the slate for today. As you can see with baseball, we have 3 live games. NBA, we have a game coming up earlier. So keep that in mind. As far as results go, here you go. Your drafts, anything you have in there. Your Pick'ems, anything you have in there is where you would find that. And rankings. If you go into these daily drafts, whether it's or best ball drafts, NBA, and this is going to come in handy big time when you get into these big NFL drafts with a lot of smart people drafting, you can do your own rankings right here. CDs right here, and over to the right, use the add button in your player list to add players to your rankings. Click, hold, and drag to order them however you'd like. So you can click these and rank them however you please over here. Add them to the list, drag and drop them as well, depending on how you want to order any of them based on your own rankings. Also, if you have rankings off of Underdog and you want to add them to Underdog and save yourself some time, CSV upload. You can upload it here or you can download it here. They make it very simple, whether it's any sport from NBA daily to NFL season-long best ball. This is something here that if you plan on being competitive, you are going to want to make your own rankings or upload and import rankings or use rankings from your most trusted source. All right, so that's about it. Now you know everything about the drafts. You know everything about Pick'em. You know how to upload or set your rankings to make yourself competitive. You know that in order to be successful with Pick'em, you're going to have to use some type of tool or at least have a very good understanding of how this works without just ripping off 5-pick lineups every single time and wondering why you're not winning. Because yes, if you only hit 4 of 5, you do not make any money back. You have to hit all of your picks in order to hit that multiplier. So the final verdict, is Underdog worth playing? Yeah, absolutely. They have a $15 million best ball tournament. They're one of the only sites you're going to find that has daily contests for every other sport where you can draft against your peers. And they have a pick'em format that is available to a lot of people in a lot of different states. So from top to bottom, if you're over at Underdog, there's something for everyone. Even me, who can't play the pick'em contest. I'll be getting in a ton of best ball mania, best ball drafts. We do every single week on our shows, the live best ball drafts for daily NBA, and we have a blast with it. So there's a real opportunity to make money here and quite frankly, enjoy yourself along the way. You want to sign up? You haven't done so yet? Very simply, we got a link in the description. It's a first match deposit bonus, 100% up to $100. So whatever you put in up to $100, Underdog is going to match that and double your account balance. So $100 turns into $200 just like that. Hopefully this was helpful to you guys. If you have any questions, reach out to me on Twitter at Laffy_D. My DMs are open, LOUGHY_D. And have fun playing on Underdog. Let's take something down.